Today we are continuing to work on the boards for the BVW-70 Video MSP. Here I have the DM56 board, the video demodulator board, and what I need to work on are these, the filter modules, which are potted. So that is why I got these, which are some tools I got from Harbor Freight. Yes, I know, crap, but sometimes you need to do what you can. I couldn't find any other source of anything close to dental tools locally in Youngstown. And what I'm going to do is desolder each one of these one at a time, and then see what the potting material is to get them out. Now the first thing I need to do is remove this back cover, which should just be these 4 screws, and then I will desolder the modules, and then you'll get to see them again. Alright, so I took out the 4 screws, and so let me put this to the side. I want to clean that up a bit because it is a bit dirty. And so here are the filter modules and their respective connections. And also, oh heck, I was hoping not, but there's lots and lots of surface mount components on here. But this is where I'm concerned right now. I use something smaller than my finger. So, yeah, there, and there. And I'll start with that one and see what it looks like. So I'm about to desolder the first module right now. Oh, I can't do this too. How will I get that off of there and continue from that point? I guess I should explain why I'm tearing this board apart. Here I've got a service manual. This is for a BVW-75, which is very similar to the BVW-70. It's just got additional features such as dynamic tracking, which doesn't affect what we're working on. So I printed out the main parts of the manual. It's actually a 2-part manual. Each part is over 500 pages. So I just printed out what was necessary. And here's the DM56 board. It's the Y, which is luminance, and C, which is chrominance demodulator board. It takes the signal out of the preamps and such off of the video heads and demodulates the YC from the RF signal of the video heads. So the signal comes through here, goes over. Now, when I was working on it, I was working with test points, and the signal here was about 1/10 of a volt. And then if I went over here, after the buffers and filters, all the way over to here, because I couldn't get at all the test points. Let's say I used that as the main output. I was actually getting a signal level that was 1/20th of a volt. Over here, about 1/10. Over here, 1/20th. Well, we have amplifiers in between here. There's no way that should be like that. And I talked to a few people on the old VTR's list, and they said to look at the filter modules because it was even a known problem even in the 90s when these sets VTRs were relatively new, that there was a problem with the potting material in the filters, and the potting material had become conductive and would cause all kinds of weird problems. So that was what kind of pointed me to this. And I'm going to attempt to remove the filter right now. The first attempt with the desoldering iron did not work very well, so I'm actually going to use desoldering wick and my good iron. So I'm going to try that right now. I had to let it warm up again. While I'm waiting for my iron to reheat so I can finish removing the solder from that pin, I'm also going to take off all of this glue. You see this brown glue that they use to glue wires down and such, because it is also known to become hydroscopic and cause issues because it goes again along pins. What I'm surprised at, when you consider what this came out of, which was a broadcast videotape recorder, it's just how sloppy the construction is. I mean, these capacitors, the lead lengths are all over the place. And these are original caps. They're all Elna branded caps. The lead lengths, like, again, some of them are real short to the board, but only on one side. And then these ones are so long that they're practically hanging out. I mean, this module's barely soldered in. So, you know, I don't know what was going on at Sony in the early 90s, but I'm not impressed. They're saying this was probably, I think, like a $60,000 videotape recorder. It's not impressing me at all. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about now. This is about as close up as I can get with my current. There we go. But if you look, you can see where I removed it. The nasty, dirty stuff and that glue, and it corrodes the circuit board. And I hope that I can clean that up, because I know that's causing issues. And I don't want to buy another new old stock board because they'll have the same issues. Well, here's the filter after I got it out. And input, ground, and output. There's not much holding it on. It's not really potted, but yeah, this glue, this seems to be what the problem is. So hopefully, in there, because the rest of it's sealed up with solder and crimped. So hopefully that's what it is on this. So I will start working on that and then get back to you. And just to show you why this is a problem, I've hooked it up to my multimeter, and yes, it is quite a high resistance, about 1.9 mega ohms. But this is a glue. It's not supposed to have any conductivity at all, and this is a DC. I have no idea what it does at video frequencies. So yeah, that's a problem.